How are you? Vasi Gigi, how are you? Tubas AM0514. Welcome. Welcome. I am live on YouTube as well as Instagram. I wish to welcome everyone. If you are on the Notique email list, today is business Q&A with VJ. And I can see some people are logged in here. I'm so excited to welcome everyone. So, welcome, Miss Roxy. How are you? I'm doing well. Thank you, Vasi, Gigi. Vasi's Gigi. Thank you so much. So, I want to welcome every single person that is here. Today is a very special day. Plan from Chaos. Mwah, my planner cousin. How are you? It's good to see you. So today's edition is very special. You all know that I usually don't go live on Sundays, but it's a very special day. I began a new impact work for other entrepreneurs and other business owners. And this is my way of serving others and supporting the dreams of others. I've been blessed to have grown, to have the best clients on the planet. And so I have found that as I've grown in my success, that I could help more people. And that's why I'm here today. That's why I left my home. I came all the way into the office. Just to serve others. And so I want to welcome everyone to our live business Q&A with VJ. If you have a friend who is a business owner, tag them, tell them to come in, to come join us. I've got some questions that have been submitted that some people want me to answer, and I would love to support you. All right, so tell me where you all are tuning in from. If you are on YouTube or if you are on Instagram, where are you tuning in from? You don't have to say your specific area. You can just say your city or your state or your country, because I know that I have different people from all over the place. So let me know where you are tuning in from while we get situated. And then we're going to just welcome others as they join us live on YouTube. I see Lady Kayla. Welcome. Welcome. Lady Lynn Selders. Welcome, 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 welcome. I see Texas, Georgia. Wow. Arizona on YouTube. Detroit. Oh, that's so special. St. Louis? Yes, St. Louis. Okay, that's St. Louis or St. Louis, depending on where you are from. So, welcome everyone. All right, as we get situated, I want to walk us through Kentucky. I see Kentucky in the house. That's so awesome. All right, while we get situated, I want to invite everyone. If you are here, please have your notebook. I do have mine. I have my notepad ready. Have your notepad or notebook ready to take some questions. Again, this particular session is purely for anyone who is in business, is thinking about starting a business, is seeking to grow their business. And today I'm looking to answer as many questions as I possibly can. Lady Lean says she's from Missouri. That is awesome. And if you have any questions, please post them. My team will do their very best to answer. Lady Marcy, mwah, mwah, good to see you. Thank you for being here. I see on Instagram, I'm going to see Mom Life and Plans. Welcome. Monica Gal 28, welcome. Trenisi, let me see. Trenisa Tillman, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, all right, it's time to get to business. Anybody ready? Let's get situated. Lady Felicia Quinn, it's so good to see you from Maryland. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I do have a couple of questions that have been pre-submitted. This particular session, webinar, live, business live is brought to you by my impact work at profitbrief.com. It is a new platform that I put together for those who are in business. We launched it quietly. It's going on, we're in our second month now. We launched it quietly in July, and we have been overwhelmed by the positive outcome, positive feedback that we've received. let me tell you what Profit Brief is. So Profit Brief is a platform where I I'm committing to answering business questions. People don't need more content. That's what my team and I realize. People do not need more content. People need answers to their questions and solutions to their problems. And so I created Profit Brief for those who enjoy simplicity, or those who value simplicity, those who are looking for clarity in their with regards to their business. So profitbrief.com is where you can find our business community. All right. So this particular session is brought to you in partnership with Nautique at profitbrief.com. All right. You can find me there. You can join. You're welcome to come join us. We have some subscribers who are live here with us, who are members there. And this is part of our kickoff to get things going. All right, friends, I do have some questions that I would like to get started, and Team Nautique will help me highlight some of the questions. So if you do have any business questions, please feel free to post or share them. All right, let's see. I'm going to pick one of the questions that was pre-submitted. One moment. Mm. Okay, I have a question. This one is good. I'm going to take this one. Before I dive into the question, I want to welcome a few more people. Let's see. Live with Tanisha RN. Lady Tanisha, it's good to see you. You're always here. You're always so supportive. I love you. I appreciate you. The Planet Channel, Katie. I'm so excited. Katie is a new subscriber to Profit Brief. I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited about our one-to-one and one-on-one coming up. So excited. And then Lady Siobhan, good evening, welcome. EJ Espinosa, welcome from Facebook. Okay, so let's get started. I have a question here that I would like to answer. Someone says, oh my gosh, what key strategies did you implement to launch Nautique successfully? What key strategies did you implement to launch Nautique successfully? All right, so that's the question I'm answering now. I will tell you, this question is from Anna. So, Anna, thank you very much. She did send a few questions that I would like to answer. And so I will start by saying that looking back now, you can say I launched Nautique successfully, but that's not quite the way it felt. When I launched Nautique, I just launched Nautique. I didn't, of course, we all launch a business to be successful, right? However, I didn't launch it with, oh my gosh, I got to be successful. I just launched it, and I'm keeping it very real. And one of the things that you're going to gain from our time together is I will keep it very real for you. All right, so I have the fans on because it's Texas. So this fan is trying not to make me great, but I will be great. Amen. All right, so when I launched Nautique, I launched by faith. I just launched. I didn't even, if I was told that Nautique will be what it is today when I launched 5 years ago, I would just have said, I don't know, maybe I would have been scared and not started. But at the time, I knew that there was something sort of positively burning inside of me, and I needed to get it out. And Nautique was that idea. And so when I launched, I just launched. I launched by faith. Now people are saying, oh my gosh, Nautique is wildly successful. But that was not the direct intent. I had a dream in my heart and I went for it. And I share this because there's somebody who's listening, who's live with us right now, who's so focused on being successful that they're not launching. And I want to say my number one strategy will be just launch. Just launch that idea. Put it out there. Don't worry about trying to be successful, because sometimes when we're so focused on trying to be successful, we miss out on paying attention to what it is that we needed to do. I just knew that I needed to get this thing in my heart out. That's all I knew. I just knew I needed to get it out. And so my strategy is just launch. Number two, Something else that I would like to add there is focus, instead of focusing on success, focus on traction. Focus on gaining traction. What do I mean? If you are launching a business or you're seeking to launch a business, rather than saying, "Oh yeah, I want to be successful, I want to be successful," focus on making your first sale. Focus on earning your first client. If you're selling a product, let it be a sale. If you're servicing someone or providing service, focus on traction. Focus on gaining the first client, then focus on gaining the second client, then the third client. So for me, I will tell you that just taking that leap of faith was definitely a strategy that I can look back and say now. Two is focusing on traction. Traction is moving, just moving. Traction, I define traction as when your motion meets value, when your movement meets value. Okay, that's traction. Traction is I'm on the go and I'm adding value. I'm on the go and I'm seeking ways to add value. Does that make sense? So you launch and then you go find who you need to add value to. Does that make sense? And so that's what I would say. Kayla Stanfield says, OMG, the sermon today was just launch out. Hey, that's a confirmation. And so those were some of my strategies. Another strategy that was very important to me, well, that was crucial to my success, is listening. When I launched Notique, I listened to my clients. I didn't just launch, I started with what I felt I needed or what I had. So, for instance, I think at the time I had one agenda idea and an insert idea. Oh, yes. And so I just, as soon as I launched those, I started paying attention to whatever my clients say. So the reason why Notique ended up with scores of colors is because I listened to my clients. So when clients would comment, they would say, "Oh, I saw that you brought another color besides black. You brought blush. Are you going to bring this?" I would be like, "Hold on a second, just a moment." I would run right back to my factories and I would tell my factories to add the color that customers are asking about. Many times, as entrepreneurs or business people, many of us do not listen. Many of us are not attentive to our customers. And as a result, we do not end up with the sort of success that we are seeking. So I think that answered my questions. Those are some key strategies. Let me recap. Does anyone want to help us recap? I want to see if you all are paying attention. Okay. So I'm going to give away one. One is VJ listened and still listens. I listen to my clients. It helps me to be very successful. I just don't do what I want to do. I listen. Yes, I listen. Listening actually helped Notique to grow very fast because I remember one client telling me, she said, "We have been asking for years for for brands that design agendas to do this and that. And nobody listened. When you came, VJ, you listened. And that helped me with success." So you want to listen to your clients. If once you put out what you have in mind, listen for what else your customers are asking about. Okay, so thank you for listening. This is Tavia. She says, "Just launch." Thank you. You were paying attention. Focus on gaining traction. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what I said. And so welcome to those who are on Facebook. EJ Espinosa, welcome. Lady Renetta, I know your username. Good evening. Welcome. Very welcome. All right. So let's move on to the next question. Did that help anybody? Did that answer help anybody? Yes? Okay, let's move to another question. Oh, yes. I will tell you. Okay, number six. I'll answer question number six. What are my business's focal or crucial areas? What are businesses focal or crucial areas that I need to focus on to gain growth? Okay, yes, you got it. What are my business's focal crucial areas that I need to focus on to gain growth? Number one, number one is the problem that you solve. Okay, if you want to grow, you have to be able to identify the problem that you are solving. In fact, I like to say there was a time in my business that I early, very early, I felt as though I was not solving enough problems. So I stopped what I was doing one particular weekend or so, and I prayerfully had to think through what are the problems that Nautique solves. Does anybody know some of the problems that we solve? I want to see if any of my clients do. What problems do we solve for you? What problems do we solve for you? Tell me if you're able to. I would love to hear from your perspective, and then I'll share with you some of the problems that we solve. But number one is you want to focus on the problem that your business solves. Are you able to articulate specifically one problem that your business solves, two problems that your business solves, three problems that your business solves? So the more problems you are able to list that your business solves, the more successful that your business will be. Does that make sense? So you have to be able to articulate exactly what your business solves. So for us, for Noti, one of the problems that, well, we solve a score of problems, but we realize that, at least I realize that many people miss out on success, not because they're not brilliant, not because they're not intelligent, but because they struggle with personal organization. And so what I did was I raised my hands to create a collection of organizers or accessories or lifestyle goods that help my clients grow in the area of personal organization. That includes planners, that includes notebooks, that includes travel items, travel organization, office organization, business organization, and a collection of different things. So, yes, one key problem that we solve is the problem of organization. The other problem that we solve is we notice that there are not a lot of high quality, sustainable products available on the market. If people want to choose sustainable alternatives, there just are not a lot of great quality, tasteful, elegant. And so that's part of the problem that we solve. The other thing too is providing accessible luxury. So luxury that is high quality but accessible, luxury that you don't have to empty your entire bank account to be able to experience. All right, I'm going to take some comments. Lady Kayla says, I like the elegant looks that Nautique provides while still staying organized when going into the business room. You nailed it. That's definitely one of the problems that we solve. Nautique solves the problem of empowerment. That is very correct. Absolutely. Of empowerment, of education. Do you all see that's exactly what I'm doing right now? It says the brand promotes me to use and to help me be organized. Yes, to use and help you to be organized. Absolutely. All right. So those are some focal crucial areas. You want to be able to articulate what the problems that you solve are, even if it's a service. If it's a service, for instance, if you are in insurance, if you have an insurance business, you're not selling insurance, you're selling peace of mind. That's a problem that you're solving. Does that make sense? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Did that help anybody? Yes? Let me know. All right, another question. Let's see. I'm going to see Timnotik. Do you want to randomly pick one? Okay, number 17. I'm going to pick number 17 question. And if you have your questions, you can share. This question says, based on your own experiences and lessons learned, and looking back, what overall advice would you give me? Would you give someone who's just starting out as a goal to grow and scale? Okay. I've already mentioned one. One is traction, focusing on traction. Another thing that I would say for someone who's just starting is keep up, keep speed. So traction is moving, all right, but speed is another. You want to move very quickly. Many times for those of us who are starting out or who are trying to grow a business, we move too slow. And the reality is the market is consistently changing. So you don't want to be the business owner that is left behind. You want to be the person that is moving. So keep moving. Someone say keep moving. Please keep moving. Keep moving. Try to move as much as you can. All right. When you get up, this is a new week that we're getting into. Move. Move your idea forward. Do something every day to move your idea forward. Don't be the person that starts, stop, start, stop. If you need an accountability partner, yes, find a way, find an accountability partner. And speaking of accountability partner, my bestie is here. Yomi O is founder and CEO at Yomi Hair Extensions, and she's like, keep moving, that's right. And I have my natural tendency, or my nature, my personality is to move gently. I'm so meek and mild in nature. However, my bestie Yummy is like, we got to keep it going. We have to go. And so you want to be that person that moves with speed. I've learned over the years now to move with speed. I'm on it. Like, I'm on it. I've learned to move, and that's one thing that helped Notique. Notique moved with speed. I moved with speed. Had I moved slower than I did, I launched Notique in 2019, a few months before the pandemic began. They started talking about COVID-19 December 2019. So had I not launched in August of 2019, I wouldn't have had any business to hold on to through the pandemic. And let me just provide context. I was in the wedding and event business before I started Notique. I was a wedding and event designer. I designed events and parties, and I also designed luxury invitations and stationery for weddings and events. And so you all can imagine there was nothing, there was hardly any event during the pandemic once there was the lockdown, right? Imagine if I had not started Notique, I wouldn't have had anything to help me during the pandemic. And so that's definitely something that I wish to share with you. You want to move with speed. You want to every day put some momentum into your traction. Put some momentum into your traction. Yes. Tavia says, well, you transitioned right on time. There you have it. That's exactly what it is. I did transition right on time. All right. I'm going to pause to just take some comments. I want to know if these answers are helping anyone. Again, this is my way of creating impact and value to all of you, to business owners. If you've got a friend that could benefit, you can, just have them come join us, tag them, have them come join us. Yeah. Okay. So we are good. Questions? Any questions? Post them. I want to be sure that we are good. Are we good? I think I see that my camera may be stuck on YouTube. Let's see. Are we good? Yes. Okay. So if I that nugget, yes. Let's see. Fragrant Mo 7 says just joined, but that last nugget of wisdom was very helpful to me. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, friends, I'm going to take a quick pause. Those of you who are on Instagram, I'm going to take a quick pause. I think I might need to leave my camera and make sure that they can still see me. Hold on just a moment. YouTube, if you do get disconnected, we will be back. Let's see. I want to make sure that our YouTube subscribers can still connect in just a moment. Okay. So if you are on YouTube, just a moment. I want to make sure that you all are good. All right, post your questions while I make sure that the YouTube folks are back up. I think there might be a connection issue. So let's see. Yes. Okay. So we're going to see what's going on with connection. And then I'll move to the next question. If you are on Instagram, just a moment. I'm taking questions. Give me just one moment. I want to make sure that we can connect with the crew on Instagram. I'll be right back, okay? Just one moment. Let's see. Yay. Are we back? No issues. Okay. If there are no issues, that's fantastic. All right. Thank you. All right. Let us continue then. Let us continue. Looks good. Everything is good. This discussion is so inspiring. Yes. Thank you. Let's go on to our next. Thank you very much. I love you all. Let's continue now. Let me go on to my next question. ask another question. Number 15, in terms of customer service and satisfaction, what strategies have you found the most impactful in building long-term relationships with your clients? Oh my gosh, this one is so important to me. So important to me. Stage. Are we back? Yes, we're back now. Okay, thank you all so much. I'm back. Are we back? Can you all tell me? Yes? Team Notique, let me know. I think it's a Wi-Fi situation, but I think I'm back. Yes? We see you. Thank you very much. Thank you all so much. Yes? Okay, so I can continue. Okay, so I want to answer that question. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's go back to my question. It said something about customer service. Yes, in terms of customer service and satisfaction, what strategies have you found the most impactful in building long-term relationships with your clients? Number one, this one is VJ's number one. I don't know if it's number one secret, but it's at the top. Is I treat my customers and my clients with utmost honor and respect. I do not speak. We do not speak carelessly to our clients. The number one way to get fired at Notique is to speak poorly to a client, even if the client is wrong or they're mad with us or they're upset with us. We do not speak carelessly to customers. We treat our customers with the utmost regard and respect. When I started Notique, I truly wanted my clients to feel seen, okay? To feel seen. And I will tell you, I want to be very honest with you what inspired that. I was reading it was during my quiet time one day, and I was reading the scriptures. I was reading my Bible, and there was a story of the Lord Jesus who it's a story of a lady they labeled as the adulterous woman. In those days, the crowd brought a lady who they tagged adulterous woman. She was caught in the act of adultery. So they brought her to Jesus, and they said, well, this is what the law says. How? And they asked Jesus, how are we to deal with her? And so Jesus knew what was in their hearts, and he said to them that whoever has not sinned should cast the first stone. And of course, the story ends that, of course, people started looking inwardly and just started putting their stones down, and they just left it alone because all of a sudden their humanity was put before them. Now, let me tell you the key thing for me. What did it for me? What I took away from that story was how the Lord Jesus treated that woman in what appeared like her lowest moment. She was in the midst of a crowd, and everyone had just looked down on her, put her aside, judged her, said condemning things about her. But in right in front of the crowd, he made her feel seen. And the story ends that he told her, he asked her, woman, where are your accusers? And she looked around and she couldn't find them. And he said, so go and sin no more. He encouraged her to not go back to the very act that she was being pulled down for. And I said to myself, if I was that woman, I would feel so inspired and empowered to never want to go back to that old way of living. And I said, I loved the way the Lord Jesus made that woman feel seen, still allowed her to have some form of honor or regard, and didn't pull her down, because at that moment she was in complete shame in front of everybody. But there was still one more person who felt like, hey, I'm going to give you my attention. You deserve my attention. You deserve my favor. You deserve my mercy. You deserve care. You deserve love. And I said, I want to treat my customers that way. I want to make my customers feel seen. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want to make my customers feel seen. And so, if you are in business, your greatest gift is not the sale or the transaction. Your greatest gift are your customers. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Your greatest gift are your customers. And you want to be that person that values their customer. Does that make sense what I mean? So, I beg of you, I beg of you, please value your clients, value your customers, let them feel special, let them feel seen, let them feel heard. And when you do, you'll start to grow. So I remember when I started Nautique, I would handwrite notes to every single customer. When I was doing that, people were laughing at me. Oh, that's not scalable. That's just a waste of time. But I kept doing it. And I kept doing it. And I kept doing it until we became $1 million brand. Does that make sense? So I will tell you, do whatever it takes to get you to where you want to get to. Value people. The greatest gift you can give to your business is to value people. And don't wait until you have 100 customers before you value people. I valued every single person from my very first purchase, my very first client, till my thousandth clients today. Value people. Thank you, Lady Lean. She says, makes sense. I still have your notes. Absolutely. And even now, even though I'm unable to write a note to every single person, once in a while, I'll just send a handwritten note to clients. Does that make sense? I would just send a handwritten note to clients or call clients or text clients, or during lives, I will make my clients feel seen. I would say something that's meaningful to them. For example, I'm going to give you all an example. When I joined this live today, and I saw a couple of people that I know, some clients that I know, look at the way I acknowledge them. And I tied in something, maybe something valuable they've done. For instance, Life with Tanisha RN, every single live that I put out there or that I turn on, she's there. So when she came into the live today, notice what I did. I acknowledged that I appreciate you being in every, she's always there. As long as she's not at work and her attention is not required somewhere else, she's here. And I appreciate that. Do you see? And there's so many clients today on this call that I can tell you many different things. I know their names. So when I see them, I'm like, wow, thank you. I know them. I know you all. So value your customers. Do not allow the desperation for sale, for service to make you overlook the value of people. Don't skip people to get to the sale. Focus on people to get to the sale. Does that make sense? So that's definitely some strategies. All right, let's go to another question. Does that help? Life with Tanisha Aaron says, thank you for speaking to your customers with respect and love. Customer service, not so much the product, will make or break the deal relationship for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what's funny? Sometimes people come to us. I'll take that comment in just a moment. Sometimes people come to us and they say, and they behave poorly to us, and we know it's because they've experienced poor service from somewhere else. So by the time they come, they're thinking we're going to be the same company, and we tell them we're not that company. We're we will not treat you in that manner. All right, I saw another comment. Lady Kayla says, I will never forget my trip to your location. You treated me like a queen and even jumped on a FaceTime call to say hi to my mom. Absolutely, because people matter. People matter. Okay, so friends, let's continue. Let's move on to another. Let me see. Let's see who else I'm going to question. Let's take another question. Is this helping anybody? Is it? Is it? Okay. Let's go to another question. Mm. What tools, number 7, what tools do you use or did you use at the start of your business to help the most in growing your business? All right. There are I've been in and still am in both the product business and the service business. So I'm going to give a couple of ideas. The first is if you are in buying and selling, meaning you're selling products, then I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, you want to be on Shopify. That's the number one tool you should have. And the reason is Shopify is so robust. And I know there are many other platforms and everything, but if you're thinking about growth and scale, be on Shopify. I could give you that free of charge, be on Shopify. And then if you're in the service business and you offer services to your clients, then I will say research products, pardon me, research apps that will allow you to automatically schedule appointments with your clients. Apps such as Calendly, for instance. Does that make sense? Apps such as Calendly will go a very long way in helping you stay organized. You want to make sure that you use apps where if somebody hears about you and they go to your website, notique.com, they can click on it and they can, if they see something they like, they can purchase. Not have to call you, not have to ask you a question, not out to ask you how they need to purchase. You want to make it easy for people to do business with you. So if you're selling products, my number one recommendation is Shopify. That's what Notique is on. And then if you are in the service business, have a way for clients to schedule appointments automatically with you, such as Calendly. Those are very key. And then make sure you send auto reminders. I remember when I was in my wedding and event business, I used like an appointment setting app, and that app alone helped me to grow my wedding and event business into a a big business. I became one of the top 3 producers in the Houston, Texas market. And so using apps, the right apps, apps that automate, apps that allow customers to do business with you in an easy way is the best investment you can make into your business. Okay? Yes? All right. Does that help? Does that help? Okay. Let me see if I can take another question. So let me pause to ask questions. What are your questions? We still have a bunch of questions here, but what are your questions? What questions would you like me to answer? Please tell me, and we'll take it from there. Let's see. Okay. Any questions from the audience? Live questions. Mm. I'll take number 3. Number 3. Number 3 says, do you have any tips on how new entrepreneurs can best financially plan for their business's future? Yes, I do have one tip. I have several, but I'm going to focus on one tip. Number one tip is to price well. Pricing, pricing. Many times, many entrepreneurs do not price well. And I'm telling you, there's so many costs that come with selling one single product. I'm going to give you an example. At notique.com right now, we have over 50 apps running in the background to make a single sale. Over 50 apps doing one thing or the other. Every app is doing one function or the other. And every single app costs money. There's an investment in every single app. So think about that's 50 apps to make one single purchase. There's an app, there's an app for email communication. There's an app for upsells. There's an app for shipping. There's an app for suggesting things. There's an app for so many different kinds of things that happens in real time for a sales transaction to be complete. There's an app for processing credit cards. There's an app for everything. And so that is part of what adds to the cost. So when you, for example, like Notique, when you come to when people say, oh, why do the agendas cost so much? Because I have 50 apps running. I have 50 apps at least running in the background to make the purchase easy for my clients. There's so many. There's a, you know that, you remember that, do you all remember that slogan? There's an app for that. Truly, there is an app for everything. There's that. Even right now, I have several different apps working in order for me to be able to do this live with you. Instagram app is working, YouTube app is working, the StreamYard app is working. I mean, there are just so many different apps in the background. So when you are a business person, when you need to literally look at the total picture, what is it costing me to put out this product or this service? And when you list all of your costs, I can list so many costs for you that comes into play other than apps. And there's insurance costs. I have to be insured. I have to insure my business property. I have to insure so many things. The way I mean, it's just unbelievable. There are at least 10 different categories of items that we pay for in order to sell a single unit of a product. And so when you think about it in that fashion, it inspires you and encourages you to stay on top of it. Does that make sense? Yes. So this week, this coming week, if you are a member of our business platform at profitbrief.com, we have a live pricing clinic this coming week. And if you are a subscriber, if you are a premium subscriber at profitbrief.com, then I'm going to be just really diving into all these different costs you should factor into your pricing, how to price your product correctly so that you can be in business next year. Does that make sense? So if you are a premium subscriber at profitbrief.com, save the dates. The details are on the platform for you to be able to see. We have a pricing clinic coming up. If you're not a member, we would love to have you. I have carefully considered an accessible price point for profitbrief.com where you can sign up. Please do not feel any pressure. I'm not even trying to tell anyone. What I've found is that those who go to profitbrief.com and I've seen the work that I've done, or I've seen the value that I can add to them, it's a no-brainer because it's a very minimal investment compared to all these $1,000 programs that are out there that most people cannot afford. At the end of the day, my vision and my heart is to truly help others. And I found a reasonable investment that can help me cover the cost of all these apps that would allow others to be a part of it. And I'm even going to, I'm not trying to oversell anyone. I'm going to share what it is. At the time of this recording, it is a $250 investment for the year where you get access to answers to your business questions delivered into your inbox. So whenever I answer a question with practical simplicity, it will get emailed to you. You gain the value. In addition, you get a complimentary one-on-one, a 30-minute one-on-one session with me where I can answer your specific question. Or if you don't even want to be sort of like an annual subscriber, you can schedule a one-on-one with me, as some people have. So whatever works well for you. So you can find the details at profitbrief.com. You're welcome to go on there at your convenience. No hard sell. I'm just here to add value to others and to serve. All right, let's move on to another question. I think I can take a couple more. Number 5, how do you stay present in the midst of all of the tasks, responsibilities, meetings, and plans involved in running a business? Okay, friends, I'm going to tell you that I have learned to stay organized. Let me tell you one way that I do it. I take loads of notes. I'm a note taker. It's my planner persona. I'm a note taker and I don't take it for granted. So I often have to have quiet moments to gather my thoughts together, to plan my days, to plan my schedule or my schedule, and to bring into full focus everything that I need to do. I found that when I pay attention to the details of my life, pay attention to my schedules and my tasks, I do better. In reality, many of us have dreams to do a lot, but then we don't pay the price of being organized, of getting ourselves together so that we can deliver value or experience value. And I will tell you that one of my secrets is the paying attention to details and organizing the details. You can ask my team. The moment I don't pay attention or I skip, it doesn't work for me. It bites. And so I've learned to plan things out. I've learned to set aside time to plan details for my business. If you want to do well, plan the details. Take 10 minutes, 15 minutes every day to plan. What do I need to do? What is my area of focus? Every month at Notique, we have an area of focus. All right. So we have an area of focus. We have a monthly focus, we have a weekly focus, and we have a daily focus. You can ask my team members. We talk about it. What is our target today? What are we trying to accomplish today? So that we can nail our goals one step at a time. So one of the ways for me to stay present is I practice a lot of quiet. I'm not always on. I'm not always on social media. I'm not always talking. I I do schedule some time for quiet so I can hear ideas and I can hear strategies from within. I can pray. I can receive wisdom on what it is that I need to do. Sometimes I just schedule thinking time where I'm just quiet. I lay in my bed and all I'm doing is just thinking, meditating, and and then also I spend time in scripture. So scripture does help me a lot to hear what I ought to do next. So those are some of my personal strategies. Okay, should we take one more? We can take one more. Let's see. Number 14. Let's do number 14. This would be maybe our last sent, and then I'll let you all tell me your questions. Okay. Let's see. Number did I tell you what number it is? Number 14. Number 14. Number 14 says, how did you approach building a strong brand identity? And what role did branding play in your success? Are you kidding? Absolutely 100%. I think the Notique brand is Notique because of is largely Notique because of the branding. So I will tell you that when I started, I knew that I wanted a distinguished brand, meaning when you're in business, you want to be recognizable. The reason why some of us, once we see the double C logo, what are we thinking? Chanel. We see the LV logo, we're thinking Louis Vuitton. And so the reality is you want to be that person. You want to have a business that people can recognize. People have something, either an iconic mark, a word mark, colors that are associated with your idea and your business, and you keep putting it out there over time. It becomes recognizable, it becomes memorable. So for me, when I started Notique, I started with a Q logo. You can go read about it at notique.com. And I will tell you that I started with the Q logo, which represented quintessential, but then I quickly recognized that the Q was not strong enough to carry me well into the future. There's so many things that could be the Q. And so during a quiet stay, prayerful staycation sketch day, I locked myself in my office and I worked on an iconic brand mark. Do you understand what I'm saying? Brand mark. And I put it out there by faith and I kept sharing it. I'm going to show you all. I kept sharing it. Can you all see? Yes, that's the brand mark, Notique brand mark. And I kept sharing it. I put it on everything. I kept sharing it. Now, oh my gosh, even a baby knows what the Notique mark is. In fact, when I came into like the planner circle, I noticed that a lot of brands did not have a really strong brand mark. And so I just said, okay, that's okay. I'm going to be different. And I introduced a very strong brand mark, a memorable brand mark. And since then, several brands have rebranded, have done improvements to so they too they can have a strong brand mark. And that's the power. When you have a strong brand mark, it challenges those around you. It makes you stand out, it makes you memorable, and it challenges those around you. It makes it just customers now form a positive emotional attachment to your brand. And so the other thing too is you want to make sure that you have a unique brand mark that that somebody else, that is just you. So the Nautique brand mark, we do have two. We have the iconic motif, which is this one. And then we do have the word mark. This is a word mark. For those of you who are not in branding, the name, the way the name is written with the period at the end, that's our word mark. That's a unique from this has always been the case. We never changed. This was the way I launched Nautique from the very beginning. It's Nautique period. Okay, Nautique period. It's Nautique or nothing else that comes close to it. So it's Nautique period complete. We put the period there for completion, that it's complete, that our products will in their own way complete you, complete your look, complete the way you show up. That's what the period means in the name Nautique. Yeah. So branding is so key. You want to have a brand mark that people can attach themselves to. And so if I didn't imagine, in fact, I don't even know. I have my things here. Just having the Nautique brand mark is just, I mean, it's just, it just makes sense. It makes sense. And I've invested in it year after year. Now everyone knows the brand mark. Do you see that? It's valuable, it's precious. All right, let's take comments as we close out for today. Lady Renetta says, I can so relate to that. Thank you for affirming the importance of quiet and being unapologetic about taking time for self. Absolutely. Absolutely. Quiet is powerful. There's nothing wrong with being quiet. All right. Let's see. Did I answer? All right. Let me take one question. Does anybody have a question from the audience? Any questions, please? I'll take one question, please. I'll take one question. Coach Jasmine, welcome, Coach Jasmine. It's awesome to have you here. Well, any questions? Well, and then we can close out for today. Did anybody find this time valuable? It's just something that I wanted to do for business owners. I hope you found it valuable. If you wish to be a part of my business circle, come find my business club, my business circle at profitbrief.com, where I provide simple answers to help you gain clarity on your business questions. Okay, Life with Tanisha Aaron says, what is your go-to self-care act? If I tell you, will you believe me? Can I tell you what my self-care act is? Quiet. I value quiet. You can ask my team. I value quiet. Do you know that just being in my car and being quiet and being still and having thought time is so much self-care for me. Whenever my children go out with my husband and even when they take the puppy and it's just me in the house and the house is dead quiet, just quiet. I love it. Let me tell you what it does. It does a lot for my mind. I feel like I can hear no disturbances. I love quiet. Quiet is self-care for me. Deep quiet, positive quiet, emotional quiet, stillness, still is self-care for me. Then something else that I enjoy water, being by water, walking by water, not walking in water, but water, being by water is it just helps me a lot. I don't know if that some people I know theirs is doing their nails. Mine is just being quiet. And then also reading. I love just reading a book. I just want to be in my bed, read a book. And then something else that's so special to me is I enjoy my K drama, C drama. I'm not kidding. My Asian dramas. It's just listen, just leave me in the house with some nice strawberries in bed. It's winter. This is just my vision. It's winter time. It's cool outside. I'm in my bed. I don't have to worry about anything. I can watch my beautiful K dramas, my love stories. I'm a hopeful romantic, not hopeless romantic. And just watch beautiful love stories. I'm happy. I'm just like, whoo, hallelujah. I'm excited. Life with Tanisha Aaron says, yes, quiet time in the car is so nice. I ride very often in silence. No radio, just silence. I'm telling you, that is self care for me. All right. Yes, it is. It is. Okay. All right. So if there are no questions for today, I try to make this like a 60-minute thing. I would love, love, love to get your feedback. If you found this meaningful for you, I think I saw Tani. Let me go back. I saw her. She left a comment on Instagram. Yes, Tavia says yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Tavia. Thank you for the feedback. I appreciate that. So I'm so grateful that you all tuned in today. I will do my best to see if I can do some more lives, but I want to know if this was valuable for you. If it wasn't valuable, please tell me. If you would like me to do something else, can you please share with me and I will take it. I will take it. I will learn from it. The Planet Channel, thank you so much, BJ. Took lots of notes. Oh my gosh. And I cannot wait for us to spend time together. I'm super excited. Super excited. I think that's something else too. I love helping people. I love sharing meaningful and valuable information with people. I want to see everybody do well, right? So I look forward to I have some Katie, I have some fantastic ideas that I will looking forward to sharing with you in our one-on-one. Yes. All right. Higher Power with CBD says, thank you. I'm so glad. I hope you found it meaningful. Life with Tanisha Aaron says, very valuable. Thank you for sharing your Sunday evening. Thank you very much. I am so grateful for everyone. Thank you to those on Instagram for being here. Thank you to those on YouTube for being here. I sincerely appreciate you. I do not take you for granted. If you're a business person, and would love to be in my business circle, come find me at profitbrief.com. As usual, you can find me at notique.com, where I'm just here to add some elegance to your life. Lady Lean Selders, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for chiming in and for being here. That's so kind and thoughtful. Lady Renetta, all of you all, Lady Marcy, I don't know if you're still on, but all of you that are live, I appreciate you. And I will see you all on another episode. I don't know when the next one will be, but I'll find some time. Thank you for all the hearts and the love. I appreciate you all. If you're a Notique subscriber, make sure you check your emails. Take care of all of your subscriptions. We are wrapping up anniversary celebration soon. And if you are a premium subscriber, come. Remember, there is pricing clinic week, this week. So all the details are at profitbrief.com. They'll put it up for you all, profitbrief.com. I love you all. I appreciate you. And I will see you in another episode. Bye. I think I saw Lady Karen. She just chimed in. Lady Tiffany Brooks. Thank you all so much. Bye now. Bye.